I think that South Africans are starting to join the dots. They're starting to join the dots about why they've lost their job at a factory that can't keep open because of load shedding. They are starting to join the dots about why the fact that their taps are running dry at home. They're starting to join the dots why they have an ineffective, inefficient police service that keeps them safe in their homes. They're starting to join the dots why their children are getting a substandard education where 82% of grade 4 learners can no longer read for meaning. They're starting to join the dots why the cost of living is going through the roof, and that is because the state's ability to do these things has been so fundamentally hollowed out by cadre deployment that these government departments cannot do their job. We've got an electricity generator and supplier that can neither generate nor supply electricity. We've got a state airline that can barely keep in the air. We've got state mining companies that cannot mine. We've got ports and harbours that cannot import or export goods out. And all of that can be traced back to cadre deployment. And the big dot that is going to be joined, I believe, in this election is the fact that state capture, which Judge Zondo has done an excellent job exposing, would not have been able to take place had it not been enabled by cadre deployment. Because you had to put the cadres into the positions before you could then capture the state. So when the government talks about fighting state capture and fighting corruption, it is a hollow promise. Because unless you pull out the root cause of the problem, die wortel van die kwaad, if you don't pull that out of the ground, state capture will happen again, just with a set of new actors. So let's get this legislation out there. Let's stop pretending that this is a victimless crime. The victims are the 30 million people trapped in poverty. The victims are people who live in insecurity. The victims are people who are struggling to put food on the table. And I think those are the election issues. And we're going to, if voters have not started to join the dots, Jan, in this election, we're going to be joining the dots for them. Because every single calamity and crisis that we face can be traced back to state capture, the genesis of which was the original sin of cadre deployment.
Get help registering to vote at check.da.org.za. Register to rescue South Africa.